Yes. Okay. Right. So this is MJM 28 block 2. Today is October 8th, and it's a continuation of our online counseling session for MAJMC online program meant for 19 African countries. So we are doing this session and it's being recorded. Students can watch it later if those who are not able to attend the session. Okay. Right. Yesterday, during our previous session, we were talking about how internet is being penetrated in a region-wise. Okay. So we were discussing about how expensive it is there. So before that, let me show some statistics about internet. Okay. Right. Now you can see internet penetration in Europe. So we consider Europe as a developed country. Okay. It's a collection of Europe is a collection of countries, and you look at the penetration. See, this is a population size, and this is internet users as of 2022. Not very old, and but still we can consider it for the discussion point of view. And just see that mostly it's in 76%, 94. Belgium got 92. Croatia has a 93. And Cyprus is having 108%, Denmark 97%. See, 97.7% of their populations are connected with the internet. Okay, Finland is 94%, Germany is 94%, Hungary is 89%, Ireland is 99, Iceland 99, Italy is 90.8, then Malta is 107. Then Netherlands is 95, Norway is 98, Portugal is 88, Romania 978, Serbia 70. These are Romania, Serbia, and all the recently added countries in the Europe. Spain is 93, Sweden is 97. Okay, altogether is 89.7%. So now we will see. Now you can see that the majority of them are having a more than 90%. 90% of the people are having a connection, internet connection. And also here you can see the number of people in the Facebook. Closely, you can see, for example, if you take a Belgium, 10 lakhs people, 100 lakhs, okay. 100 lakhs means 10 million people, okay, population 10 million people. And but 9 million of them are connected with the Facebook. Okay, and then Denmark is 5 million, and almost close to 5 million of them are connected with the Facebook. France, if you take a 6 million, but the 4.7 of them are connected with the. So closely, how many? 95% of them are connected with the internet means at least 80 to 85% of them connected with the social media. This is a status of Europe. So let me show this one, Asia. Okay, you look at the Asia. So I'll come back to Africa later, but I show the Europe. Then the Asian perspective. Let us see understand the African perspective. So one of the country closest to India is Afghanistan. Just see that 22% of penetration. Bangladesh 77%, Bhutan 77%, China 69%, India 59%, Japan is 93%, okay, and Malaysia 93%, Maldives 80%, Nepal 73%, Pakistan 50%, okay, Sri Lanka 41%, Thailand 88%, okay, Vietnam is 86%. Altogether, it's a 69%. Whereas in Europe, we saw that altogether the total average is 89%. In Asia, it's a 69%. Right. And there's a huge variation. There, in Europe, we saw the percentages 70, 80, 90. But in Asia, you can see wide variety, starting with the 22, goes up to 119 or 100 or 97. A huge variation in the Asian context because are developed, many of them are developing countries. So, based on Japan, if you say that developed country, so Japan, you'll find 93%. Singapore is a developed country, it's a 92%. Sri Lanka is a developing country, it's 41%. Okay, and India, again, you can see that it's a 59%. So let us see the African context. So Africa, some of the countries are familiar with this. This is from the students. Okay, and starting with the Ghana. So yesterday we were discussing about Ghana. It's 45% of them are connected with the internet. See the population size is close to 14 million people are connected with the internet. There are about 32 million people in the country. 14 million of them are connected with the internet. 9 million of them are connected with the Facebook. So from 32 to 9, it's close to 25%, 45% are connected, but the 25% of them connected with the Facebook. So this is one huge variation. Then another country, Malawi. Yesterday we were talking about the Malawi, and here is a 13.8% of them connected with the internet. Then other country, Nigeria, we used to get students from Nigeria. This is 73%, right? And Somalia, 12.8%. Then we used to get people only from these countries. So altogether is a 64%. Here also you'll find a huge variation. There are about 94%, there are 85%, there are 17%, there are 6%, right, and 11%. So the variation is very huge. There are many factors attached with that. Many factors in the sense some of the countries may be having better infrastructure and affordability is much better. Government is able to provide better network connectivity, and equally people are economically viable for them to connect with the internet. So this is one interesting information comes here. But you know that what is being projected in the coming decades is the huge level of growth going to happen in Asia and Africa. This is what is being predicted in the many international reports. Growth going to happen, and the more penetration might happen, and of course, because over the period, technology gets become more cheaper. So more cheaper in the sense people can afford it, and growth might happen. And in India also, urban rural. I said yesterday we were discussing about urban rural differentiation. Urban daily density is close to 165% or something, because more than 100% means there are chances that individuals having double connections, 1.5 connections. Every three person, two of them having two connections. So the automatically daily density goes up. When the daily density goes up, I think the penetration level is beyond one connection per person. Whereas if you go to rural area, it's at around 55%, means every second person means one person is having connectivity. But in the recent decades, recent years, the growth rate of internet penetration is very higher in the rural areas. One, the education quality is going up, economic purchasing capacity also go up. People may be migrating to different locations. So, for example, parents are located in the rural areas. Their children, for the education, for the job purpose, might be moving to the urban areas. So, because of compulsion, they have to connect with the internet to connect, this to connect to talk to their children. Or children want to talk to the parents. Education level goes up, economic level goes up, then social migration level. So multiple factors playing a role in a higher level of growth in rural areas. Internet penetration level. Similarly, e-commerce marketing, right? Amazon or similar platform, they are reporting that higher level of sales are happening in the rural area. So, internet penetration is going up, and urban rural always you'll find the market structure. Plenty of opportunities in the urban area, limited opportunity in the rural area. So, if the products are not available, of course, immediately online e-commerce site they can go. So select the product and order it and pay the money through online. So within a week's time, or maybe probably less than that time, you might get the product. So in Indian context, that's what interestingly happening. The urban is closely saturated. The more market is opening up in the rural areas, and the more regional language-based content are developing. So this is what going to happen in Africa also. More growth will happen in terms of internet penetration, and that leads to bigger opportunities for people to moving from here and there and everything. Okay, and here I think there's interesting information. One way share that according to data report digital 2023 Malawi, there were 5 million internet users in Malawi at the start of 2023, when internet penetration is 24.4%. So when Malawi here, Malawi is saying 13.8%. So, and 13.8%, that is in a 2022 statistics. Whereas here, Gondway is saying 2023, it's 24%. So closely 11% growth. So of course, data maybe this 22, if they are reporting, they might have taken 2021 data. So see, still you can see the plenty of growth. That's what I told you, right? And the growth is happening as we are witnessing in urban rural level. Similarly, the growth might happen in a very tremendous level. More higher growth of internet penetration might happen in African countries. Two things can be projected. One, more number of users might be connected with the internet. Secondly, the internet connectivity, economical aspect of the connectivity might go down. For example, how much money you are spending to access internet. This will definitely drastically might go down. Internationally, the International Telecom Union, they have set the guideline, not a guideline, target, sustainable development goal. I said yesterday, right? So one of the target for such SDG 2030, they want to make it sure that internet is available to the developing countries with a range of just 3% of the monthly salary. For example, if you are earning approximately, we are saying US dollar 1,000 per month, then you should be able to pay only $30 in a month to access your internet. That is the projection. That's what they are aiming to achieve by 2030. This is internationally set a target. Currently, the variation is huge. Some countries might be charging 20 to 30% of their monthly salary for internet. Some of them may be 7%, some of them may be 5%. But in an average, it's in a global level, is I think close to 10% of the monthly salary goes for internet. But they want to achieve it through 3% of monthly salary goes for internet. So that's a target the International Telecom Union wants to achieve by 2030. Okay. So this is the one statistics I want to convey to you. And secondly, right, yeah, now you can see another information. How much will cost for how much it will cost for a person to access 1 GB data? Okay, and the pricing is based on the US dollars. You can convert it into appropriate conversion into your currency. And interestingly, the cheapest is in Israel. 1 GB data can be accessed in 0.02. Okay, Israel, Italy, Fiji, Cambodia, Pakistan, India. See, India here 1 GB cost 0.16 US dollar. France is 20, then Sri Lanka 25, Ukraine 27, Malaysia 28, Poland 37, Malawi, yeah, see, Malawi is 38, 38.38 US dollar. It's almost double of what India provides. Ghana is 40, almost 2.5 times of India's 1 GB rate. Okay, and Spain, Somalia's half a dollar, and Rwanda 55, Kenya 59.59, then Mauritius 6.67, Congo 0.68, Ethiopia 68.68, Jamaica 70, and then Tanzania 0.84, Angola $1. Okay, and Uganda 1.11, Sudan 1.16. So like that, if you go further, and the very expensive, let us see, very expensive Zimbabwe is $43 to access 1 GB data. South Sudan $23, Zambia $8. Okay, and then United States, this is a developed country. It's very expensive, $6 for 1 GB. South Korea $5, and Japan $3.48. Though, but they have very good internet connection, but equally they're very expensive. But of course, they must be having an equivalent purchasing capacity. So it's $6 is people might be able to afford $6 in US to access it, and so that's quite interesting. Interesting. So interesting information I would like to share it here. But just tell me whether that's information is correct, because more or less in India it's at the $0.16. If you calculate, let me compare whether information is correct or not. 16.
Can we check for Malawi again? Can we go on Malawi?
Malawi.
Yes,
Malawi, wait a minute. Malawi is 0.38. Means
that's that's too low.
too low.
So if when I convert 0.38 to our Malawian kwacha,
Mm-hmm.
uh, is too low. We can so our Malawian kwacha in that would be 346 Malawian
Okay.
kwacha, and 1 GB is way more expensive than that. I think Sibu Siso can agree with me, right? You cannot buy 1 GB with 346.
Okay. So the means say that this statistics not a correct one. Hmm?
That one is low. Yeah, it's I think that quite low. Yes.
Quite low. See, for example, that's what I'm comparing with the Indian statistic. India, it's here the table says 0.16. 0.16 US dollar means uh, uh, 10%
Can
is
I
8,
can I
8,
just
8, 12 rupees. Yeah.
yes, agreeing with what Simon has just said a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Malawi, 1 GB.
Mm-hmm.
It costs someone close to someone. You're going to help me with maths there.
Okay.
Yes, it costs close to 13,000 kwacha. That's Malawi kwacha. So, Simon, if you may interpret that into or translate that into US dollars, that would be something else. And then to add on that, there was a report which was
Mm-hmm.
in the papers just 2 or 3 days ago,
Okay.
which has indicated that Malawi has got quite fair or lowest prices in as far as the um, data prices are concerned.
Okay.
That is in the sub-Saharan countries, in sub-Saharan Africa. It has got
Okay.
the lowest data prices.
Okay. Interestingly.
Yes,
Okay. Lowest
yes,
one. Okay.
yes. But to say that it is $0.38, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
per gigabyte, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that is not true. That is not true because it costs me close to
Uh-huh.
13,000 kwacha. That is Malawi kwacha,
Oh,
our currency. Yes. So if I would translate that into US dollars, that is
okay.
almost $300. That is.
30 dollars.
Yeah, that is almost $30. Yes.
Oh, okay. Quite expensive
Yes.
for
Yes.
1 GB. But
Yes.
see, I'll just connect with somebody wants to in Indian context here they are saying $0.16. In India, $1 is equal to 82 Indian rupee, 81, 82 rupees. I am having one mobile connectivity. This is a prepaid connectivity. Annually, I have to pay 1,800 rupees, Indian rupee. 1,800 rupees means close to 20 US dollar per year. Remember that. I'm paying 20 US dollars per year to have one mobile connection. If you have the mobile connection means that telephone call is unlimited. SMS, I think I can send 3,000 or 4,000 SMS in altogether. Means in a day I can send 10 to 15 SMS free of cost. Telephone I can call, receive free of unlimited. And in this package, in this 20 US dollar package, every day I'll get 2 GB data consumption limit. So if you calculate that in a day, I'm just spending just a 4 rupees. 4 rupees in the sense for US dollar, it's 0.05. Okay, but whereas here they're saying 0.16. So whatever the table says, even lesser than that amount is available in India. Maybe little older data, maybe I think, right? So data as of now they showed here is that may not be that accurate. Here in Indian context, Still much more cheaper than the table. But in Malawi, you're saying is much more expensive compared to table. Okay, so that's we have to accept what is it? That's a ratio, but quite interestingly, if you're saying $330 to access 1 GB in Malawi, very expensive. I completely agree that it's very expensive. Okay, but Indian context, okay, covering data prices from January to September. Top data prices. Okay, 38 means per 1 GB data price. So 38 is correct, right, Malawi? Then
Yes, that was
average,
the correct. That was the correct figure. Yes, according to
correct.
what you've said there, and the one that we had just some 2 days ago from the papers. That was correct.
Okay,
Yes.
correct. But and actually, reality is one
The
GB
reality is
costs $30.
1 GB costs something else. Yes.
30, yeah, right. But $30, I can relate with my scenario here, Indian context. It's quite really expensive, very expensive to have 1 GB. Simon can understand that in Trivandrum, if you are spending how much? So $30 means close to 2,500 rupees you are spending to access 1 GB, Simon.
No, no,
That's
no. I've never spent that much. You see, when I came here, when I came here, the moment I came to India, my internet has never been off. I have internet all the time. I can do anything because I know it's just very cheap for me. So yeah,
very cheap,
and
yeah.
I don't have to spend much. Yes.
So that I can understand. See, when internet become very expensive, but now see it's become necessity in the sense I'm not saying that I have to post some videos on the social media platform or YouTube streaming and all, but it's a necessity for me to access WhatsApp or emails on daily basis because my communication whatever I'm receiving from outside and it's mostly related to internet. If uh, if the $30 I need to spend, then because that will restrict. I may not be able to use 24 into 7. For example, now you are connected. You have to access LMS. You have to download the materials, and you have to watch the video. If that's the case, this scenario is quite expensive, for that, right? But in case you are working somewhere, probably you can access your office network and to access to do all the majority of your work, right? So that is one. This is I thought I'll share the data about the current reality in global level as well as uh, in the regional level. Okay, and okay, so that's about internet access point of view. Okay, now you can understand that how see some you people quite able to access internet affordable. In Somalia you can pay $0.5 for 5G internet 24 hours. You meant to say 1 GB. Also airing time you can pay 0.25 in whole day in local call. So call is a cheaper and data is a little higher. $0.5. I presume that you mean to say 1 GB. Even then, 1 GB in that's quite expensive. That was expensive, but it's cheaper than Malawi. Malawi they are saying $30, and you are saying $0.5 for 1 GB for 24 hours. Okay, right. And but see you have to understand the consequences of this kind of economic dimension of internet. Higher the expense because now a lot of things are connected with the internet. My studies, my education, my job profile, my personal communication, family communication, official engagement. A lot of them is connected with okay 0.5. Okay 0.5. I understand that. and we can understand the consequences of this economy. This your people, you people are affordable. You are accessing internet. Think about people who are in the lowest strata of the society. Their income is lower, the affordability is lower. Then how can they access internet? Lower the access, and automatically higher their uh, uh, means they are moving away from the benefits. So their growth rate is goes down, and they may not get the good benefits. And see, when I said the tele density is 1.165%, people are having double connections, two mobile connections, and two mobile connections means yeah. Eliana says in Uganda, 1 GB is 2,000 shillings, which is equivalent to $0.54, and 2 GB is 5,000, which is $1.34. Because in today's context, 1 GB. So, for example, in a Google Meet, if you connect with your video and audio and accessing that, you might need more GB, quite expensive in spending time with online, right? Until otherwise you have some reliable official connections to spend time with online parties. So my point here is it's social consequences of affordability, technology, and also many people yesterday people connected that many times internet is slower. uh, Still after paying either $1 or $2 or $30, still you are reporting that many times it might be reliable, maybe slow, maybe a lot of disconnections have happens and all that. Okay, so that is the one issue we have to understand that. Right now, we are moving to the second block, which is point of correction 13,000, which is $12 or 900 rupees for Indian. Okay, 1 GB you're saying. Okay, understood. Okay. Right. So now we are moving. I hope you understood the concept of how the internet is important in our daily life. Since it's very important, but how much it affects our economical aspect while accessing internet benefits. Because your routine life, daily routine life, are highly interconnected with internet, and lesser the access, lesser the time we spend with internet, and we lesser the benefit we are getting. Okay, so that you have to understand this whole process. That's why the International Telecom Union, they want to make sure that only 3% of your monthly salary goes for internet connection. Okay, and that's because data has to be cheaper in order to get the more benefits. That's what the target by 2030 they want to achieve. Now we move to the block two, social media in Indian scenario. But you don't take it as Indian scenario, but we will discuss it in the I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So my audio must be. Is it audible, right? My audio?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, right. Okay. See, here the discussion is about social media in a normal life, whether in India or Africa or Europe or America. We'll try to understand the importance of social media in today's contemporary scenario. So, in the first aspect, I'll show you the one graph, and this is a scenario of social media networks worldwide status. A couple of years back, the scenario might have changed a little bit now, but Facebook is still the popular. And the earlier screen sharing also in the internet statistics is showing the Facebook account only. Facebook, YouTube, and WhatsApp, and Instagram, and Twitter. These are the quite popular social media platform. What is the special about the social media? The social media outcome I was telling yesterday, the Web 2.0 technology means participatory, interactive provision, means from static to dynamic web portal. Once the portal become a dynamic in the sense it encourages the more participation. Participation is the sense we don't need any web to host any domain. We don't need any domain name to. We don't need any hosting space. We can have an account in any platform like this, YouTube or Facebook, to have whatever we want to say that. Before 2005, 2006, earlier, it's not easy. You can have an email. Through email, that sending a message is possible to 1 or 10 people or 20 people, or like that. You can send a message. And but having a portal with one your address, if you give the address, then somebody can come to my platform, and they can read my views, my videos, my portal and all. That was not possible before 2005. You need a domain name, you have to host your website. But the Web 2.0, the participatory level, they created a new technology here. The corporates, big multinational agencies, they started giving online services. So Facebook or YouTube or Twitter, they call it as X, they are a platform in the sense you don't need to pay the money, but now recently they started charging money also for some services. For example, X, if you want the blue tick, you have some benefits are attached with that. For example, you can post a little longer post, you can edit the post, and you will get a higher priority in while somebody is searching, and much more benefits attached with the paid one. But still, they are offering free services. Okay. So the Web 2.0 gave a technology to the corporates and multinational agencies to have a portal where individual users can collaborate, they participate, they can have exchanges, communication. So this become platform. Anyone can come, anyone can participate, anyone can share their messages, comment about that, and reacting that, sharing that. Everything is possible. The social phenomena, what we used to do in a routine life, contacting somebody, interacting with that, many people like joking, everything. So that can be done with a large scale and free of cost. Okay, so that's a concept behind the social media platform. They use the word social media means the whatever routine life what we can do, that can be carried out in the online platform without having our own website address, without having our hosting address. Only thing is you have to create an account and start interacting with others or start posting the messages. Interestingly, remember that what is the benefit for corporates? Why they are giving a account free of cost? Still in the Facebook you can create an account free of cost. YouTube you can have account. Even then, sometime you can monetize your account in the YouTube or Facebook or X. For example, in the YouTube, if you post a video, the video attracts a huge audience attention, watching and all, right? You can start monetizing your video packages. Rather than we are paying money, companies have started paying money to individuals, those having higher level of web traffic. Then what is the economy behind this social media platform? Having a massive online infrastructure, giving free accounts, and literally we are exchanging everything for free, of course, except the computers we are owning and the amount we are spending for internet. Other than that, all the communication, whatever we are posting here, as a free of cost. For example, you take the Google Meet, this Google Meet, and Google Meet, this one, little paid one, but still we can use a Google Meet. And the normal Google Meet, the free basic one, 100 people can participate, and but there is no recording option. and I guess there is no limit about number of hours. Whereas if you go to Zoom, they have 40 minutes time free of time you can interact with the two or three people, and more time you want to spend with the Zoom, then you have to create a new link or you have to pay the money. Here also, the Google Meet also available free of cost with a limited number of people. If you want more people, a recording option, then you have to pay for it. For this account, the Bangalore office, they pay the money, they got the recording option and all. So the social media platform with a massive infrastructure, they want to have more number of viewers, millions of people. They'll come, they'll participate. So what is the profit for them? They are pumping a lot of money. Big team is working behind them to run the Facebook or YouTube, but they are not charging any money. Rather, they are giving little more money. Here, the data is a money for them. More number of people interact, more data. More the data automatically is a money for them. I'll give an example. The television television industry, they have popularity rating, TRP rating. They say mostly in India they call this a TRP rating. Probably this is a similar term in your region also. Television rating point, how much one program, one channel is popular among the audience. This is a rating point they'll measure for each program, each channel. Based on the rating point, you will get more advertisements. Basic economy behind the television is they're also free of course they're doing, because recently they started charging money through OTT and other plan DTS and all. If you want to watch the television, you have to pay. There are free, there are paid channels are available. And the logic behind that, they'll create a news content or a entertainment content, they'll broadcast it, they'll bring more audience. If they bring more audience, automatically corporates, they can sponsor the advertisements. Corporate commercial entity, what they want, they have to sell the product. How easily they can do that? So better you create an advertisement, give it to television sets, they'll broadcast it, the message goes to millions of people. It's very simple. So audience, the corporates wants more people to reach out about their product, and that's the easiest way is through television. In order to attract more audience, they have better creative program. More creative, more audience, more the audience, more advertisements means more profit. This is how the television industry works. How the social media works. Here, at least television industry, they're creating their content in a social media platform, Facebook or YouTube. They are providing technology. Individual users can come, they create the content. So the television, BBC or CNN, they create their own, they pump money, they have reporters, editors, they'll create a content, they'll broadcast. But whereas in the Facebook and YouTube, the company no need to do that. They have to create a platform. Facebook.com, YouTube.com. That's it. Create a platform, create a big server, create more space for all the users to come to upload the videos. So you and me, we are creating a videos, we are uploading that, and that is being used by other people to watch it. So what is the difference? In the television sets, their program being broadcasted through audience to attract the people that being sold to the corporates. But in a social media platform, social media companies are doing nothing. The content are created by users, common people. That's why they're giving a free of cost account. So you come, create an account in Facebook, start posting more messages. More messages means, of course, you can attract your friends to join your network. More friends, more interaction happens. You tend to, even in one like, one sharing, everything is money for the company. Company means Facebook or YouTube. So more data means more money. So how they are making the money? And automatically Facebook brings millions of people. Now you see the 2020, the 2603 million people are connected with the Facebook. In 2023 the number must be close to 3 or 4 thousand million internet users. Billions of people are connected. Billions of people are connected in a day. So how much data is being transacted? How many people are coming? So what they have started coming doing now? Now you might have seen advertisements. So in between the posts, they started putting advertisements. And the YouTube, if you go YouTube, you're watching a video, and in that they started adding advertisements, or the strip comes, advertisement strip comes. So everything is being sponsored. Okay, so your time and my time is being used by the company to get the money. And how they're using the money, and because through content produced by us. So our content, our time, we are spending time with the company through our content. And money is being managed, money is being, the profit is being made by the company. So quite very interesting. Similar, you might be heard about this kind of online entrepreneurship. For example, Apple, you take the Apple company. Apple company doesn't have any production house. iPhones, their duty, Apple basically what they do, they create a softwares, they'll create a ideas, they'll create designs. The design based on creative ideas, and to run a design they have good software. So they have only engineers, R&D department. So only the ideas are being created, and the codings are done. Operating system is created, and they have designed the mobile. So they instruct the third party, which are either Vietnam or China or India or in any other country, where third, not Apple, some third party, they're having production house. As per the Apple requirement, they manufacture the iPhone, and manufacturing raw material they have to procure, and they are based on the design given by the Apple. They have to create the iPhone with help of laborers from China or Vietnam or India. So designed by Apple, manufactured by China, and marketed by Apple. Remember that. Only the production is being outsourced. Apple doesn't produce anything. They just invent the ideas only, design, software, and all. And they'll give ideas, the copyrighted one, to the approved third party. They'll manufacture the iPhone. They'll give it to the Apple company. Apple, they'll market it. And that marketing also they're doing the third party part. So very simple. And similarly, if you take Uber, the travel aggregator, again this is the same. The platform is Uber. That also they're using a Google software for the mapping. But what's the technology is involved? You and me can be connected. Suppose you are the customer, I'm having a vehicle, I'm having an account in Uber, I'm providing service. And as a customer, you are logging into Uber, and in your location you're searching that I want to travel from point A to point B, I want one vehicle. So in your location, since I'm available there, you are requesting for the travel service. Immediately, I'm accepting that, and I'm coming to your home. I'll pick you there. I'll drop you at point B. See, you are a third party person. I'm the third party person. But Uber is a one common platform through which the service provider and service taker they're connected. Similarly, in a social media platform, Facebook or YouTube, service provider is a user, service taker is a user, but both the service provider and the taker used by one common platform called YouTube or Facebook. In our interaction between you and me, we our time, our content, our data, but money goes, the profit goes to the company. Why profit goes to them? Because the platform, they are the one created platform. You and me can be connected like this. So we can't have a separate software through which we can have a teleconferencing, this kind of Google video chat and all. Only these people can invest money through software engineers. They can create a software that can host like a Google Meet, where I can share the screen. I can invite people like you and come and join. I can take a lecture. I can record it, and I can share it later. This kind of software we can't create, so they can create. It's a big company, they have idea, they have software engineers, they'll create a platform. Their duty is just to create a platform. Rest, in the platform, the players are you and me are the player. We are playing in the platform, but profit goes to them. Okay, so this is a principle behind the social media platform. And but interestingly, this is the economical aspect of that. But whereas in the application side, it's a huge benefit in the sense social media can be used by anyone for any purposes. For example, we have the Telegram group, and that Telegram also another social media app. Group can be used for your educational purposes. You may be part of another WhatsApp group of your family members, where purely your family members are talking about birthdays, functions, travel, holidays, and everything that. And you may have another group where your office people are connected and in exchanging information about your official program, policies, discussions, everything there. There may be another platform where the Facebook, you can go to the Facebook, you can see that there may be a Facebook account belongs to a geographical location. For example, in Nigeria capital based one Facebook page may be there. The people from that capital might be interested to gather together. They start exchanging that, maybe selling the product or telling the information about there's a rain, or it's a community, it's a big city, it's available in Facebook. Those are residents of that city, they start exchanging the information in a common platform. The whatever the community available offline is being recreated in a social media platform. More interaction, anyone can post. And who is monitoring that? Monitoring is the companies are monitoring that. If any violation happens, and government send the request to the company to block the post, to remove the user, okay, to ban the particular link, remove the content, everything is being instructed to the company to take the action about that. So this is the new phenomena of new phenomena of social media. Okay, and here in the interestingly, here we can see the map how social media is functioning there, right? And there are certain blocks. The social media can be used for you can create an identity. That's what we are doing for through Facebook. And you can know each others. If you go to Twitter or X, you come to know about others ideologies, opinion expressions, because Facebook is a closed group, mostly within the friends. And whereas the X or Twitter is considered to be an open platform where our ideas being exchanged. And we can create relationship each other. There are relationship in the sense business relationship. If you want, you're talking about LinkedIn, and you can use receive content or distribute the content, media content. You can go to YouTube, and if you want conversation with the known people, you can use the Facebook, or can open discussion, you can go to X, and you can have a professional profile. I said it's a LinkedIn. So these are the building blocks of social media. These are the functionality of social media. We can create identity, we can create a relationship, we can create a reputation, we can have a groups, we can have a conversation, we tend to share many information. So these are the functionality of the social media, based on which so many companies have started offering services. Some of them, for example, the YouTube, very purely meant for video. You can host the video, you can upload the video, or you can live streaming is possible. There also you can have short reels, small videos you can be posted, or you can have a 1 hour program, or you can have a continuous 3 hours live stream also possible. And youngsters prefers to watch very short videos. So Facebook, what happened, right? In the popularity of YouTube, they started offering another web service that's called Instagram. There it's a very reels only, pictures and reels, it's small videos. And Twitter is basically earlier Twitter, now is X, is basically it's a kind of exchange ideas only. So 142 characters, but now with the blue tick you can type a big paragraph also, not a problem. But now normal users, they have a limited I think it's become 256 characters possible. And whereas in the Facebook, it's a networking, means you can create a relationship. You bring the more friends, family members, official colleagues, and students, teachers. All kind of relationship can be extended. There are different kinds of social media, and meant for business, LinkedIn, or meant for relationship, or there are social media platform for dating purposes. There are for job profile purposes, for kind of WhatsApp group, Telegram. There are hundred thousands of social media, each one competing each other, but very few people that succeeded, like a big groups like a Meta, Facebook, Meta, Google, and like now X is being transforming into make it multiple role they can play around that. So this is one aspect of social media dimensions, and there are plenty of examples in the we have quoted uh, in the block. The unit 2 is another. I was talking about a block, different blocks of social media, right? Here, one unit is about online news sharing. One interesting aspect of social media, right? There are two types of online social media users. If you talk to 10 people, those who are 10 people are available in a social media platform, ask them, how often do you post the messages? And at least six of them definitely say that we never posted in the last 1 month time. And two people might say that occasionally we'll post. Two people say that regularly we'll post. So the number of people who are posting regularly in the social media platform is limited. Large number of people are consumers. Consumer in the sense, I have the account, I spend a lot of time in Insta or Facebook or Twitter, but I never post a message. This is that they're called as a lurker, Lurk, lurking. Means they spend time in the social media. They'll just like a television, we watch the program, right? Similarly, they'll watch the reels, pictures, others' messages, and everything there. So that is the one interesting aspect of that. That is one of the reason why in the social media platform, sharing sharing information, sharing your personal feelings, pictures, sharing newspapers clippings, sharing kind of books image or event or cartoon or opinion. This is the most popular functionality of social media, sharing that. Particularly news sharing is the most important. For example, if you take a Palestine Israel conflict, if you go to X, that's where a lot of discussion happens. If you glance through the that Israel hashtag, at least you will find a lot of videos, images not produced by the particular user, maybe collected from somewhere. They're sharing. Similarly, they're sharing the news items. They're sharing the pictures. They're sharing the videos about the events happening in the Israel and Palestinian conflict. Sharing is a very important point, and we can create a content, but largely they'll post the messages from somebody else. And one term I would like to highlight here, 6.3.3. This is a prosumer or producer. Prosumer or producer is a combination of two terms. One is producer and consumer. Okay, a producer or user, and we'll take the prosumer part. So in the normal television channels, we are the consumers and the channel is a producer. So they produce the content and we are the passive user, we consume the content. Whereas in online social media platform, we have to take both the roles. We are the consumer, at the same time, we are a producer also. We can produce the content, you can post a message in Insta, you can post a message in X. At the same time, we can consume that. So that's the interesting aspect of new media and social media platform. Here, profile got changed into prosumers. Okay, so this is one of the interesting points I want to highlight based on the second block, second unit. And the next two units about social media audience. There are different types of audience. I was talking about lurkers and how they spend time in online everything. Okay, so kinds of audience based on the age, education, location, and job profile and everything there. Okay, and similarly the last unit talking about the application side. Social media application largely is individual in nature. Individual the one using the platform, but of late it's being started used by many agencies. For example, governments are using social media platform, NGOs, non-governmental organizations, and individuals. So three types of how government is using that. And particularly for publicity purposes, they'll sending more messages, common messages through the service providers, as well as they're integrating social media platform with their from Ministry of Education. If you do that, all the mainly they are using the social media platform for announcements, publicity, policy guidelines, everything for public. Earlier generation, the government reach out to the citizen through media. So they'll do the press conference, minister do the press conference, and reporters they collect the information from the press conference. They'll communicate to their readers next day morning. But now what they're doing, still ministry is doing press conference, and they never wait for next day morning newspaper report. After the press conference may be live through their ministry's Facebook account, or they might give summary of that press conference immediately in their profile. So they are just bypassing the media directly. They're reaching out to the audience. Similarly, this is for the government service. Non-governmental organization, they'll talk about pollution or abuses, Me Too movement. For example, the Sweden girl, the talking about environmental climate crisis. So individuals are doing and collective groups are doing about social causes. Of course, there's individuals also doing. So these are the broad category, and every organization, every social organization started using social media because this is an opportunity for them to reach out to the larger number. Corporates, they have account, and political parties, they have account, and social reformer, they have account, and film personalities, they have account, sports personalities, they have account. You can find plenty of variety of people who operates in the social media. Primarily earlier generation, we used to have newspaper television for these people to reach out to the audience. Now the social media platform helps them to reach out to the large number of people. Same manner we are using also as an individual. We are using our own space for communicating within my family or within my friends, or maybe within my role I can play a role in the Facebook or Twitter in the public discussion and everything. Okay, so this is a broad outline about social media applications and audience category and news sharing and social media scenario in a global and in a regional perspectives. Okay, and this is the kind of major landmark shift in the way we are communicating that. The top to bottom, always that's a criteria, that's a style of functional in a communication platform. Now got into the horizontal mode. Prosumers, that's what I told you, right? You and me can post any message. You and me can comment about our prime minister's Facebook account messages, which is not possible earlier. So now we can, of course, whether the prime minister is reading our comment or not, that's a different matter. But you and me have an opportunity to comment about the prime minister's message. We have opportunity to comment that. Whether that's being received or not, that's a different question down to it. Okay. So this is a major shift in the social media platform part. So this is block one and block two we have covered, and next week onwards, some other teacher will take care about other course. But I have block three and block four. Is it possible to have a class on Friday, coming Friday. I'll cover block 3 a list, and then we'll decide whether block 4 we may take extra class, but depends upon if you are available. I'll take a class on Friday, possibly 3 o'clock early. If you are working, if it's a problematic, then we can meet weekend also. After the regular class 5 to 7 is over, I can take 7:30. I can take, if Friday is not possible, then weekend I can take extra class. Regular class happens 5 to 7 Indian Standard Time. The extra block 3 and block 4 I'll take after 7:30. If you are agreeable, then I'll take a class. You tell me that. What do you want? You want to do it on Friday, or you want to do it on weekends? Friday is difficult. Okay, shall we do it on Saturday? Saturday means the other subject will be covered in 5 to 7. Probably they might finish it by 6:15 or 6:30. Take 1 hour break, and 7:30, 8 o'clock Indian Standard Time might be 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock your time. So I'll take 1 hour or 1 hour 10 minutes for two classes. I'll take for block 3 and block 4. Shall we do it on Saturday and Sunday next week? I'll take 2 class extra, then we'll finish the course. Fine? Okay, right. Saturday we'll do it. So this is the remaining 2 blocks. Yeah, we'll cover. Regular class will happens. Other than that, by 7:30, I will take a class for block 3 and block 4. Okay. Next week we'll talk about how internet can be used for multiple social functionality. We will talk about democracy. We'll talk about human rights. We'll talk about issues, how people are marginalized, how this platform helps the uh, group isolated in a different level. So we'll try to understand the issues of, we have discussed about the characteristics yesterday. Today we discuss about social media. On next Saturday we'll discuss about issues of internet and society. And the last block about applications of internet, where we'll discuss about how education is using ICT, how health sector is using ICT, how alternative media are using ICT. So we will discuss about in 2 blocks next week, extra class. Okay, right. Thanks for your time, and it's being recorded. I'll the Bangalore office will share it through LMS. You can access all the recordings. Okay, thank you. Simon, I got your message. I think you are from PGGMC, right? Do you have the LMS account with you?
Yes, yes, I can still access. Yes.
Yeah, because Dr. Shikara is the coordinator for PGMC, because I'm coordinating MAJMC. So tomorrow morning, I'll check with this Shika, and I'll ask her what is the status of the assignments in the PGMC. Because PGMC, I can't access it. I don't have username password for the accessing PGMC, but she's having that. But I can access the MAJMC. Not an issue. She's my colleague. And morning itself, I'll check it, and I'll ask her to respond to you what is the status of that. Okay?
Okay, okay,
Right.
okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. We'll meet next week, 7:30 Indian Standard Time. Okay. Bye.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.